I mean, I don't break the huddle and say I've got to go be Superman here, but I've been able to, break some tackles. I've been able to do some things that have helped people out. As I said, use my feet more, make the throws. I can tell you my best is damn sure I'm on the brink of it, and I feel like I'm stepping into that.
Oh, please. I don't want to hear that from him. Give me a break. You know what? There's a word that we use. You don't want to be, because telling somebody to shut up is too rude. You understand what I'm saying? But we just come up with phrases like that. Shut up, okay? How about that, okay? We don't say shut up, but shut up. Nobody want to hear this from Dak Prescott. First of all, listen. We know they haven't looked that impressive. You the $60 million man, you're going to have to make up for what you're lacking because you don't have a running game. You can't stop the run, okay? Oh, by the way, both Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence are expected to be out, all right? Justin Fields is off to the best 4-game start of his career. He's talking all of that talk. Let him talk it, okay? The Pittsburgh Steelers are listening, all right? I don't give a damn about what Dak Prescott has to say. I care about what he does because he's always Mr. Press Conference. I don't know, CCL, if y'all know that's my nickname for him, Mr. Press Conference, because he always says the right things. Always says the right things. Never says the wrong thing. Ever. You understand what I'm saying? He's going to always make sure it's right on point. You understand? He's going to say just the right things, and that's what he does. He is an MVP at press conferences. No doubt about it. But when it comes out to getting on that football field against T.J. Watt and the crew this Sunday night, we'll see. We'll see what he said comes true. I doubt it. Dallas Cowboys came into the game without Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence and still managed to win this damn game. Can we move on to what I really want to talk about, which is the Steelers? I got to tell you something right now. I'm not happy with what I'm seeing. Where's the running game? Where's the passing game? My dumb ass got to do a better job.
Here we go. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, fire, caught, CeeDee Lamb, touchdown, Dallas.
What up, Cowboy Nation? What up, YouTube? It's your boy Big D here at Big D Media, talking all things Dallas Cowboys and other NFL news real quick. Like, comment, subscribe, share the content, hit the noti bell so you'll know anytime we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys over here on the channel. As y'all can see, at the beginning of the video, Stephen A. was on his best hate last week. Doubted us the entire time. It just goes to show that they really don't know what they're talking about. They're making an analysis like we are, giving our thoughts on what we think is going to happen. It's got a bigger stage to do it on, so people take their word for what it is, but people don't really know what they be talking about. You know what I mean? I'm glad we beat the Steelers because that's Stephen A. Childhood team. That's his favorite team, Pittsburgh Steelers. And we went in there and got it done. And offensively, I will say we put it on them. We moved the ball up and down. If Dak don't turn the ball over, we really blow him out. You know what I mean? We really blow out the Steelers if Dak don't turn the football over. But moving on. Today we got another challenge. I won't say a real one. I say we have another challenge in the Detroit Lions. Now, ESPN and everybody will tell you they going back to the Super Bowl and they this, that, and the other, but I don't know. I'm not convinced yet on this year. They haven't really played. If put it this way, if the Cowboys had the schedule they had and the record they have, they say we hadn't played anybody. Because, they 3-1. They 3 wins come from the likes of Arizona, the Rams, and the Seahawks. Do that convince you? That really don't convince me. Not saying they're a bad team. You can only play who on the schedule. But they went into overtime with the Rams. Rams not good. Seahawks, they dogged the Seahawks. Giants beat the Seahawks too. Not speaking much there. You know what I mean? So all we have to do is go into the game, stop the run, try to make Jared Goff beat you. You know, Seahawks having a lot of defensive problems right now, I believe. And that's, you know, especially stopping the run. The other night, San Francisco ran all over. That's something we can't let Detroit do to us today. Now, last year we did a pretty good job on it. And they coming in with last year on their mind because they feel like they should have won their game. They feel like they did whatever, but their coach took it away from them. The players played well enough. The coaches took it away from them. With that stupid play and trying to be slick, put one player in to be eligible and throw it to another player. That's what they tried to do. They tried to name one player eligible and throw it to another lineman. And that's why the play was void. So, Detroit Lions going to come in here with a lot of, you know, animosity in their heart about last year. But that's not nothing that's going to win you the football game. But leaders for the Detroit Lions, Jared Goff, 88 for 124, 71% completion rate, 1,015 yards, 8-point yard average, 253 yards a game, 5 TDs, 4 interceptions, and a 95 rating. Now, this is where the games are won. With the running backs, Jahmyr Gibbs comes in averaging 71 yards a game, 5.3 yards a carry, 285 yards, and 3 TDs on the year. David Montgomery has a total of 271 yards, averaging 67 yards a game with a 4.3 yard average, 4 TDs. 4 TDs. Jameson Williams got a lot of carries. They love to run. He's a receiver, but they love to run a jet sweep with him. So, you know, he's took him about 3 carries this year in 4 games. But receiving, Jameson Williams comes in averaging 72 yards a game for a total of 289 yards, a 22-yard average, and 2 TDs. Amon-Ra St. Brown is their top receiver, 63 yards a game for a total of 252 yards, 9.3 yard average, and 2 TDs. Sam Laporta, the tight end, comes in averaging 36 yards a game, 14 with 12 receptions for a total of 147 yards, a 12-yard average, and 0 TDs. The backs, they don't do much work out of the backfield, but they do get active a little bit. Defensively, leader, the tackle leader is Carlton Davis. That's a corner, so that's your first sign that they're not good at stopping the run when your corner is your leading tackler. Or he's food, which means go at him because he's having to make a lot of tackles. Carlton Davis, the leading tackle, with 28 total, 21 solo. Anzalone, the middle linebacker, 24 total, 18 solo, and no interceptions. Aiden Hutchinson, the young pass rusher, that's who the problem is. That's the game record right there. He comes in with 11 solo tackles and 6.5 sacks. So that's really somebody that we're going to have to keep a close eye on is Mr. Aiden Hutchinson. Now, team-wise, they come in averaging 26 points a game. Third down efficiency at about 45%. They average 245 passing yards a game. They average 151 rushing yards a game for a total of 411 yards per game. And they average by holding the ball for about a half, about 31 minutes. So, and defensively, they're giving up about 20 points a game. Offenses are going for on third down at about 31%. They're giving up 258 yards through the air. and they're giving up about 90 yards on the ground rushing. So seeing that 90 yards on the ground rushing, I think that's not a horrible average, but I think we can get them. I think we can get some things moving on the ground with that average, because I want to say the Steelers only gave up like 40-something yards a game rushing, and we did pretty decently on them. So I'm thinking we'll be okay. We just have to come in and, play with heart, play tough like we did last week, man. A lot of people didn't give us a chance, and I love that. You know what I mean? Everybody know when you got to fight for what you want, when you got to fight for what you got to have, it make you a little tougher during tough times. Playoffs is tough times, and a lot of the times here the last few years, we just kind of been walking to the playoffs, 12-5. We usually in control of our season. This year it's not so definite that we'll be in the playoffs. They got to fight to get there. So I think if that's the case, our team gonna be a lot tougher to beat in the playoffs this year. I think. I thought the same last year, but we didn't go through this much adversity last year. So let's see how it go. Dak Prescott, 284 yards a game for a total of 1,424 yards, a 65% completion rate, 8 TDs, 4 interceptions. My man been sacked 12 times for a 92 rating. So we need them to get Aiden Hutchinson in check today, man. Leading rusher right now is Rico Dowdle, 54 carries, 221 yards, a 4-yard average, and for a 44-yard average per game. Zeke not getting too many touches. My boy only got 30 carries, 98 yards, 19.6 yard average per game, and 1 TD. Receiving, CeeDee Lamb, 25 receptions for 378 yards, a 15-yard average with 2 TDs, averaging about 75 a game. Jalen Tolbert averaging about 49 yards a game, got 20 receptions for a total of 247 yards and 2 TDs. Big Fergie averaging about 57 yards a game, 22 receptions for a total of 229 yards, 0 TDs. Turp been getting more involved. He only averaging 21 yards a game right now. Got 9 receptions for 105 yards and 1 TD. And Hunter Lipke, a big fullback, man. He been coming through for us lately. He do a lot for us. He carry the ball, he run the ball, but in receiving is where he been making his hay. And right now he averaging about 20 yards a game receiving. Got 7 receptions for a total of 91 yards. So total stats as a team, we averaging 23 points a game. Third down efficiency, we had about 44%. Averaging 271 yards a game passing, averaging only 82 yards a game rushing. So we really need to keep building on what we did last week for a total of about 368 yards per game. Average time of possession about 28 minutes. Defensively, we giving up 24 points a game. Teams going at about 31% on us on a third down. We're giving up 194 yards a game passing. That's pretty good considering the game we had against the Saints and the Ravens. So offensively, we give it up about 300. Defensively, we give it up about 340 yards a game. Yeah, man. This game today gonna be a test for us. I know a lot of people saying that we have no shot. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. First of all, I ain't even convinced on the Lions yet. I'm really not. I know they went to the NFC Championship last year, and that's great. That's great. But I believe that we can get this game today. If everybody play like they played last week. Now we're gonna be without Eric Kendricks, and that scares me a lot because I don't know who's gonna fill in for him. And if it's Damone Clark, Lord have mercy. I really don't know what to expect. But me personally, I feel like we can go get this game. Will it be easy? No. Will it be clean and perfect? No. Will it be turnovers and a lot of drama? It's a Cowboy game, so I believe so. But I believe our team going to get this game today on our home turf, getting our first home win. I think we're going to win the game. We're going to have to score with them. I believe that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to score. So I give us a score of 35-32. 34-31. 34-31, excuse me. 34-31 Cowboys, bringing us to 4-2 going into the bye. And proving to the world that we can fight through adversity and that we really are a tough team and that we're not soft. That's what I want to see today. Continue to build on the toughness we've shown. Everybody think we soft. Everybody think we pushovers. Everybody think you can just line up against us and kick our ass. I want the guys to keep proving that that's not the case. You know, Saints, Baltimore, early in the year, new system, working out the kinks. You know, they caught us early. They caught us early. That's how I'm looking at it. So I believe our Cowboys can go out here and get this victory this week. I'm hoping they do. I'm really hoping they do. I really want to see them go win this game. This the kind of games that show what kind of team you're going to be for the year. When everything ain't going right for you, what can you do? I think we're going to be just fine, man. We just got to come out. We have to play clean as possible. We got to clean up the penalties, even though some of them are a bit sketchy, but we got to clean up the penalties, especially on the offensive line, because we just keep putting ourselves. We've killed a lot of drives this year with false start. We killed a lot of drives with false start and holding. So if we can clean up some of the penalties, tackle well on defense, we know they're going to score some points. We know they're going to move the ball, but we have to be able to make it tough on them in the red zone and eventually kicking field goals instead of scoring touchdowns. And I think we'll be fine. Defensively, they're not great. They have a great pass rusher. Anzalone at linebacker, he's one of those 100-mile-an-hour players. He play like his hair on fire. He everywhere, but he can be beat. You know, he's more work than I say actual. He's a hard worker. I wouldn't say he's super skilled, but he's a very hard worker, and he play well, man. He know where he's supposed to be. He's one of those linebackers. Not the best athletically, but mentally he's always where he's supposed to be, and he's very smart, and he do a good job of getting the fellas in place. So we got to control the young, crazy Aiden Hutchinson. Got to fool the wise Anzalone. I think we'll be fine. They secondary really have a lot of holes in it, so because they blitz a lot. So if we can pick up the blitz today, make sure Aiden Hutchinson don't wreck our game, we'll be fine. So that's my prediction for our game today. Hopefully we can prove Stephen A. wrong again, because I love to do it. I love Monday morning when we shut them all up. But we know what they're going to do tomorrow if we win. Or the Lions defense, and they haven't really played good. Now let's look at their schedule. They really have only beat the Rams, the Seahawks, and the Cardinals. You know what I mean? So let's just hope our team can get this victory, so we can see them scrambling and scraping, as a famous rapper once said, to find any kind of excuse on why the Lions lost. Ain't it funny how everybody love the Lions now? You know, I don't got no problem with the Lions, but it's just weird to me that they everybody's favorite team, and just a couple of years ago they was the laughing stock of the league. But we know how the sports media go. They flip-flop more than a sandal. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm Big D here at Big D Media, man. I'm about to get ready to watch this early one. Y'all enjoy y'all Sunday. Enjoy your football team. And enjoy your family most of all. And as always, go Cowboys.